Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to apply your foundation, your contour color, your blush, and your highlighter. And there's lots of different ways to do this. By no means do you have to do it the way that I do it. This is just what works best for me and my skin. So the way that I get started is I use a CoverGirl liquid foundation, and I squirt one pump into the back of my hand, just like that. And I use my ring finger to apply it to areas where I think I need it, such as underneath the eyes, the nose, just any area of my face that I see I have imperfections. And this is different for everybody, so everybody's areas are going to be different. And we tend to get a lot of redness around our nose, so it's good to focus there. And then I like to take a foundation brush. This one's soft, but it's dense, so it's good for blending, and it's from a brand called iBeauty. And I just use this to blend the foundation into my skin. And we have to be careful around the unders, the lower parts of our eyes, because that's very delicate skin. So when I get to the area under my eyes, I like to use dabbing motions instead of like dragging motions as I'm doing on my cheeks. Again, dabbing under the eyes. And blending through the rest of my face. And this sometimes can take a little bit of time because different foundations have different consistencies and will blend a little bit differently depending on the person and how you blend it. So once I see that that's nice and blended, we're going to go in with a concealer just to cover up any other spots that maybe the foundation had missed. And I use a Maybelline concealer. It looks like this. And I just go in with my finger again, and I dab it anywhere that I see needs it. And you can apply as much as you think you need until you see that whatever spot that was originally missed is now covered. This can be any red spots, any scarring, or maybe any just skin inconsistencies. And once you have your concealer done, you'll want to set that with a powder. I use a CoverGirl powder. It looks like this. And when you open it up, it does kind of spill everywhere. And I like to use a brush that looks like this. It's fluffy and it's good for powder. And I get about this much powder, and I tap off the excess into the lid, so I have about this much left. And I like to start on my nose because my nose tends to get oily throughout the day and needs the most setting. Again, your powder is just going to lock in your foundation. And the areas that would need the most setting are again the nose and underneath the eyes, because that's where foundation will tend to settle into the fine lines in the skin. And now once we have that done, our face is looking pretty one-dimensional right now. We don't have any other color. It looks quite flat. So I like to go in with a contour color. This is from a brand called Ruimio. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I like to use this color because I have very fair skin, and that's a good contour color for my shade. I just dip in a few times, tap off the extra, and I like to make a fishy face like this because it shows you where your contour color should go. So we make our fish face, and we start at the hairline, and we continue under our cheekbone. So it looks like this, maybe a little bit more color, tap off. And starting back again by the hairline, and also going by the jawline just to soften the shape of the jaw and connect to this contour color in the cheekbone. I also like to put some on the sides of my nose just to give my nose some shape. And then again on the other side, hairline, and then blending towards the mouth and under the jaw. Now once we have our contour color set, we're going to go in with our blush color. This is from a brand called ColourPop, and it's kind of a dark pink, kind of rosy color. And this is my blush brush. It looks like this. It's a little bit smaller than the powder brush we used before. I dab it a few times, and I apply it to the apples of my cheeks. Now the apples of your cheeks, if you were to smile, it's this little part right here. Those are your apples of your cheeks. You're going to apply it there and blend it in. And again on the other side. And I also like to put a little bit on my chin and on my forehead. And then lastly, I like to go in with a highlighter. This is from a palette called, well, from a brand called Tarte. And I like to use this color right here. It's a little bit more of like a silver. And I like to go in with a fan brush like this for my highlights. It picks up not too much, but not too little, so you just get a nice glow. So I just dab it a few times and apply it to the tops of the cheekbones. And apply just as much as you'd like. Some people like a really harsh highlight. I just like a little subtle one. Just a slight little glow. And again on the other side. Again, this is all personal preference and what you think looks best. And this is the finished product. We have a decent coverage with our foundation and concealer. We have a nice contour with our contour color. So we have a little bit more dimension in the face. Our cheeks have a nice rosy glow. And the highlight makes this little bit of shimmer on top of the cheekbones. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.